Good evening and welcome back to Prime of Midlife. It's Tuesday evening, I've been off all day and I've got loads of bits done. But I have to tell you the story of trying to make mayonnaise. That was quite an epic adventure. So if you remember the children's rhyme, for want of a nail, and all for the want of a horseshoe nail. I'm not going through the middle bits, I can't remember them all. But basically, I I went down to the farm shop and I got some more fresh eggs. So the ones that we had here are getting scrambled for breakfast. And I thought I'll make some mayonnaise because I've got some cooked chicken in the freezer that could be used, as we're going through clearing out the stuff in the freezer. And I was like, right, so I need an egg and I need my big jar. So I got my egg and I got my big jar. And I got the lids for the jar. And then I got my mustard and my salt and my pepper. And then I got my lemon juice and I got my oil, which I thought was my last bottle of oil, but I'm just realising that I got some delivered today. So that's fine, which is sitting right there. I hadn't actually put it away in the cupboard. So I'm quite happy now. I thought I was on my last bottle of oil, which is not normal. So there it was. I had my oil, I had all the measurings, I had everything sorted. And then I went into the cupboard under the microwave, which is where the hand mixer lives. The stick mixer that you just put in the jar and zap it and your mayonnaise magically comes together. It wasn't there. So I took a few things out and I was like, well, it's not there. I can't see it anywhere. So I put everything back in. And then I went and I checked all my other cupboards in case I'd put it in the pots and pans cupboard or in case I'd put it in the jar cupboard. Because, jars, mayonnaise, I make mayonnaise in jars. Couldn't find it. So, having stropped slightly and had a bit of a shock because we had a little snow flurry, I opened the door to let the dog out the back and it was raining. And Kathleen came down the stairs and was like, where's my dog? I said, oh, I've just let her out the back. She opened the door, the dog comes in with snow. Which, by the time Kathleen had got her shoes and her jacket on and taken the dog out, the snow had stopped and it was back to rain. But, one of those weird things. So I came back to the cupboard and I emptied the same things out again and I couldn't work out. So I emptied some more things. And eventually, behind a couple of layers of Perspex, I could see the little blade bit. And what had happened is when I had moved things round and taken stuff off the island, etc., I had put the stand mixer in there. And the Perspex cover that normally sits on the stand mixer is off to the back of the cupboard because we've put the blades in the stand mixer instead. So it was at the back of the cupboard, under the Perspex stand mixer cover, behind the cast iron pot, behind the flasks. Now, previously I'd taken out the flasks, pulled the cast iron pot forward, but could only see so far behind it. This time I actually took the cast iron pot out, and there I could see the little blade. That took me forever. Now, what stupid person does not check they've got the stand mixer prior to them breaking the egg in the jar to make the mayonnaise? That would be me. So yeah, I now have, thankfully, made some lovely homemade mayonnaise. So that's in the fridge chilling. I have loaded some logs. We've got obviously we got the delivery of logs, so filling up the stack at the side of the stove just now. So we've had some logs in. Obviously we've burnt quite a few logs as well today because it was like -4 this morning. So we had some logs burning today. So we're building that up as we go. Put the hatch back on in the attic to stop the cold coming down from the roof. Because if you remember, in the summer, I always take the hatch off the attic to let the heat rise up past our bedrooms. That's it now, way too cold for that hatch to still be open. So the hatch is now on the attic. I had to take step ladders up the stairs and get Kathleen to hold them because I am not standing on a step ladder myself. There is nothing surer than I will fall. So we have done that. So much as today was going to be a whole huge change of stuff. It's not been a whole huge change, but there's been quite a bit of stuff done that has been sitting for a while. And it's a one-off, you know, like putting the hatch back in the attic. So things like that have been done, which is good. And yeah, pretty much not doing too bad. Tomorrow should be busier because for some reason, obviously because I'm not normally off in the middle of the week, it feels like a Saturday. So I've got the washing on, I've got everything, you know, it's like get yourself all ready because, you know, you've got tomorrow and then you're back to work, which I don't. So yeah, it's been quite interesting. So I shall go now and leave you in peace on the Tuesday night. And yeah, all that for one stick mixer. It really did honestly feel like all for the want of a horseshoe nail. Catch you later.